Hey, this is Anney.
And Samantha.
And welcome to Stuff Mom Never Told You, a production of iHeartRadio.
And welcome. We are back with our watch party. Live watching, but not live watching, together watching, as it is still Annie's first time watching many of these episodes of Sex and the City. BT dubs, we are now gathering up all the names, and we will do our little random draw, I guess. And what is that when you do it on the computer and then we just name numbers?
On the computer.
Yeah, instead of doing it out of a hat.
Yeah.
But anyways, we are doing that soon. And when we do have our name, we will probably email you and then we'll go from there.
We will contact the person to come on and join us. And it's very easy. Christina, our super producer, is great. So it'll be a fun time.
It'll be a fun time.
Yes.
Speaking of fun times, let us begin. It is a happy hour. If you are drinking, please drink responsibly. If you are doing other things, do that also responsibly. You know, all the things. Driving, pay attention to the road.
Yeah.
You know, all the safety things. We want you to be safe as per usual. Are you sipping on something?
I am. A light beer that will remain nameless, but it's nice.
We are currently not being sponsored by any of the products we talk about, if we are talking about products at all, including the show, which is sad.
I know.
You know?
We continue to get screwed over by Max.
Yeah, one specific network, apparently. Yes, and I am just drinking on some bubbly water because it's that kind of day. It's that kind of day for me. All right, so... this title that we're about to watch is in French, and I'm not going to say it because I'm like, I don't know, essentially. But the English translation is The Exquisite Pain. Would you like to say it in French for me?
La Douleur Exquise.
There you go. I'm not even going to pretend like I can hit that. But yes, we are on episode, is it 12? There's so many episodes.
I know. That's why it's been so delayed having the listener on.
Yeah. Like, I kind of forget how many episodes there are per season. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is the never-ending. They don't ever end. I think there's a couple of seasons that's like hits the 20s.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, wow. So it's a lot. It's a lot. But yes, so that is the title. Before we get into it, though, can you give us a review of what has been happening in season 2? We'll keep it at season 2.
Okay. Well, it continues to have a lot of hijinks of dating variety in the city of New York. Carrie is back with Big, and they're kind of figuring out what they want and what they both expect out of a serious relationship in terms of coming to events with each other or leaving things behind in apartments, things like that. Then we met Steve, Miranda's... well, it's so strange for me because I have seen their most recent thing. So true. I know he is involved in Miranda's life. They were dating and then they broke up. And then we have Charlotte still looking for the one and dating a lot of interesting fellows along the way. Some conversations about queerness that we discussed recently, how that's evolved, as the title suggested, kind of. And then you've got Samantha being her best Samantha self.
Yes, that's true. It's true. All right. Yes, that will go with that. Okay. Now, what do you think is going to happen in this episode, which is titled The Exquisite Pain?
It's very similar to another French term for orgasm. That's all I got. I mean, it's got to be something about like pain and having some kind of affinity for pain and within relationships.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, sure. I feel like we're getting there. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and begin this episode in which you said affinity for pain.
Tonight, it's S&M. Samantha's
So S&M, you are correct. There's some like delight and orgasm and pain. There you go. I wonder, though, anybody who is in the BDSM world, whether they would say this was insulting or, yes, it's more, accepting. So I feel like this is such a cliche, the way they're doing this.
Right.
3 Cosmopolitans, a Diet Coke, and a vodka martini with a twist.
I said olive.
Uh-oh, got the order wrong. And so she gets to spank him. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm not sure if I want a bare butt that close to my table.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's not the whole sexual expression thing is fine. It's like, but that's my food in my glass. You are real close to my glass,
Yeah.
sir. I barely like to drink out of the glass. That's because I want like a straw, so I'm not touching the glass.
Yeah. There was one of the first times I went to a strip club, I was a little taken aback that there was a huge buffet
Yeah.
in the middle of it. And I was like, buffets make me a little nervous.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway.
Yeah.
It's not that anything untoward was happening necessarily.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like,
I was just surprised that they would offer like an all-you-can-eat buffet at a strip club, and I was like, huh. I would have assumed it would just be completely drinks.
Yeah.
But then we do have one of the most famous strip clubs that has the top,
yeah.
loved wings, which we ordered for your birthday.
Your birthday.
Was it my birthday?
Yes.
It was my birthday.
Meanwhile, at a fetish across town, Stanford Blatch had a secret
Yay,
sex
Stanford's
life.
back.
A very active secret sex life on the internet as Rick 9 Plus.
Rick 9+. What is the most embarrassing screen name that you've ever had?
Oh, you know what it is. It's Neo's Angel. Because I had a crush on Keanu Reeves from The Matrix.
I went to see John Wick this weekend. It was actually pretty good last weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't have the imagination of doing screen names, so all I did was mix up my first, middle, and last name and just made a nonsensical word.
Right.
My partner did tell me, though, when I told him what it was like, he was like, actually, that is an internet meme. And I was like, what is it? So I was like, huh. Somehow.
Again, on trade.
I guess so.
Good morning.
Good morning. Beautiful shoes.
Just got those in.
Oh.
Would you like to try them on?
No, I'm just looking. I have.
It always makes me uncomfortable in stores when people follow you around.
Yeah, trying to sell you things.
I get it, but I don't like it.
That happened with the mattress company, and I'm like, I just want to look at the mattresses.
Just leave me be.
And they just kept popping up. I was like, ah. It literally felt like they were hiding in the corner.
I used to have a rule where I wouldn't go into a store if there was no one else in it because I was too afraid I'd be followed around.
Yeah.
Look at that craftsmanship.
Oh, I love them. How much?
$400.
$400 pair of shoes? I still can't buy those.
Please
I think the most I've ever did was like $150.
$200.
Why?
Shoes were meant to be loved. And you're going to need a beautiful sandal like that in the Hamptons.
Okay, Buster gave her a 50% off designer
Oh,
shoes.
dear. Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
I may have to move to Paris.
Okay, well, Biggs, we're moving to Paris for work.
For how long a while?
I don't know, 7 months, maybe a year.
What a
Nothing's
thing
definite.
to just drop right before you go on a trip.
7 months to a year.
How long have you known about this?
It's been in the works for a while. I'll know more details after this trip.
Well, when did you plan on telling me?
When I knew more. Nothing's definite. I mean, don't get carried away.
Oh, wow. Plane ticket.
In the pocket. This was way before check-in.
Oh, my gosh.
1999, Annie. You had to print those off.
I know. That's how Home Alone 2 happened.
When you read the complete war memoirs
Okay,
of
okay.
Charles de Gaulle,
Miranda's on a date with Will Arnett.
Tuesday night, Miranda and Jack
Oh,
had
wow.
dinner. In the biography of her life, this would go down as the best first date in
The
history.
best first date in history.
Wow.
Do you
All
have
right.
a best first date? I guess everybody has
No.
a best, but like a memorable, like you will never top it first date.
Not really, because most of the time I don't realize we're on a date.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have
yeah.
one?
Yeah, well, it's like all of my dates are like the meets. So like because they're all actually I think except for one or two where I'd been set up, have always been online dates. So they weren't full dates. They were those dates that you can escape dates.
Right.
I have more stories about the worst dates, most awkward dates, than I do this is the best date. Because the ones I thought were really good dates ended up being like, oh, it wasn't.
That's the sad fact of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have cyber sex on the internet.
And this would be the
Cyber
non-judgment
sex
part?
on the internet.
My name is Rick 9+.
No, you didn't.
No, she didn't. Oh, no.
Actually, I think it shows a good
Oh. I don't know. I'm trying to think because I feel like a lot of people had these like online, things that had happened, especially in my generation when it was new, like the chat rooms were new, talking to people online was new, AOL Messenger, all of those things. I never had them. I never had like a relationship pen pal, nothing. Did you?
Not in a serious manner. I had like, friends I knew, we would chat on like MSN.
No strangers?
I don't think so. I weirdly got pulled up into my older brother dated a lot of people online. And sometimes we would become friends.
Online?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I know. It was
Why?
very interesting. I don't know how it happened looking back. But two of them I remember, and they were very nice.
Wow.
But obviously nothing sexual or happened.
Yeah. No.
I think about you all the time. What's he doing? What's he thinking? But you know. When were you planning to tell me? Are you still there?
So there's this level of like, she is really unlikable to a lot of people. And this is the perfect moment of like being titled as like a nag or over the top dramatic. But she's not completely wrong.
No.
So you kind of like, but like we want to make her the bad guy, but she's not.
We've talked about that before where you framed this a little differently. He was being like such a dick in that past episode, and I think people were like, oh, sexy. But now it's like,
No.
I am a woman. A woman. Hey, are you still there?
I'm going to bed. I have an important meeting at 9.
Yeah, fine. Hang up. But don't call
I
me
still
when
don't
I'm
know
sleeping.
what he does.
I have a job here too.
I've heard a lot of theories about it where he's just like in stocks or something.
Or something in trade, and then he owns things. I know eventually he'll own vineyards, but I'm still confused about what he does.
I bet it's some weird stock, like not real
A
job.
not
that
real
is,
job?
Like, makes a
Right,
ton of money
right.
somehow. No offense to anybody who's in stocks.
Way to go. You just offended everyone.
Sorry.
It's just like what he does. If someone knows what he does and can explain this to us, please do. Because
Yes.
I don't know if it exists.
Yeah.
It's one of those like, oh, he's just a businessman. He's got a suitcase and a
Right.
tie and he travels.
Yep.
They are so beautiful.
For anyone else, 500. For you, free.
What? No, Buster, why would you do something like that?
Because these beautiful feet are tired and they need a little rub.
Oh no. Oh no.
When a shoe fetish meets a foot fetish.
A shoe
all
fetish
reason goes out
meets
the shop
a
window.
foot fetish. No. Would you do that for a $500 pair of shoes?
Let him massage my feet?
Yeah, just the one foot.
I'm not that into shoes.
Yeah.
I think maybe if it was something I really
Right. What would be your equivalent?
I don't know.
It's obviously something with Star Wars Last of Us.
Now, I've been thinking about this. We can make this work.
So Carrie's trying to make it up to him for the drunken
If
call.
things get really bad, then I'll move to Paris for a while and write Le Sex in the City.
That would be great.
Which one?
I don't care. But you'd be moving to Paris for yourself, right? I mean, don't move for me.
Well, why would I move to Paris if it wasn't for you?
No, I'm just saying, I don't want you to uproot your life and expect anything.
I am such an idiot!
What the
I'm running around town in a beret, buying your greasy food, and you don't even care if I'm in your...
Yep, he just pretty much told her, don't plan your life around me.
Yeah.
Of calming down.
Look, I have to be in a relationship where if I have to go to Paris, I have to go to Paris.
Fine, go to Paris, and then what happens to us next year when you
But that's the thing, is like she was willing to work with him. But he really just was like,
This is about
like, I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
That's such a...
us getting closer and you getting so freaked out that you have to put an ocean between us.
But he turned it around on her, and she fell into it. I'm like, yes, I don't want you to move. But it's essentially just like his attitude towards her when she was willing to work.
Hard.
Again, I think it's those power dynamics where he's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, she really wants to work it out. I don't care.
Right. Like, they got to the point where he says he loves her, but he's not willing to work her into his life.
Well, maybe I can't do this anymore.
Oh boy.
I understand.
So he's just been waiting for her to break up.
Miranda realized that Jack's excitement wasn't about getting caught. It was about her. And she really began to let loose. Something
Okay,
she could...
Miranda got him into the bedroom to see if it's really there.
Right.
Is everything all right?
Who is that?
It's my mother. My parents are visiting.
Oh my God. That's horrible.
Are they coming in here?
Yeah, he says.
Oh my God. He's staring at his parents while he's orgasming.
Super weird.
What?
I wanted to go to him, but I felt like I was tied to the chair. Some part of me was holding me back, knowing I had gone too far, reached my
She
limit.
reached her limit. Good on you.
I feel like she reached her limit at the end of season 1.
That's fair.
And now they are again. But, you know, people change.
It's true.
Wants change.
Maturity.
It's true. I guess this is the nature of the on and off again relationship, especially when it comes to television shows.
Specific romantic comedy level of sitcoms, yeah.
Were you ever, as you watched these, like, were you upset at this? Like, did you cry?
No, I don't think I've ever cried at any of them.
Okay.
It has to be deaths for me to cry, typically. Like, really, or like family issues, like real hard family things. And I'm like, oh, that's sweet. Or that's so sad. I don't cry about love stuff.
Okay.
Do you?
Sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes. I was just curious.
No. Not that sentimental.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, but no tears. Tears don't happen for me for those. All right, so you did pretty well. I mean, you gave me a very generic statement, so you get a C for sure.
I think a C plus.
Okay, oh, you can have that. But come on, you can't give me a generic statement off the title and think that you win something.
Well, the title is often very generic.
No, yeah. So we have a breakup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess this is a mid-season finale, as they do, and then they build it back up. The next one is interesting. Do you have any predictions for those episodes coming up?
Oh, well, I think that once again, we're going to have a rebound kind of thing. She's going to be back in the dating scene and trying to figure it out, I guess.
You're not too wrong.
I mean,
yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a it's almost like, okay, we don't see the future character of Miranda's man. He's not. Steve is gone on the picture right now. Will Arnett pops up out of nowhere. Shoe fetish guy. So that's Charlotte's romance, I guess, is with the shoes more than anything else. And then Sam is barely there on this one.
Yeah. She just kind of started it off and then disappeared into the night.
It's just like, I'm done with this.
But we got some Stanley, I guess.
We did. I do love that it was a Stanley bit and trying to find love and being secure in himself. That was cute. Is there such thing as underwear clubs? I guess there is.
I'm sure.
I just don't know anything about that life.
I don't either. I also did not know breakup sex was a thing. But
yeah,
I suppose any kind of...
I feel like that's a trope that I've seen often.
I guess. All right.
You need to put that in your fan fiction since you've never seen it. You can be one of the first.
It would be so clear that I didn't know what I was talking about.
Okay. Well, we are done with this episode. Hope you enjoyed it.
I did.
And all the awkwardness that came with it. This was the most like sex-filled one, I feel like, that we've had in a while.
Yeah. Yep.
Yup.
A lot of things I wasn't expecting. I love. That's what I'll say.
I love it.
Well, yes, that is it for this one. We hope that you enjoyed it, listeners, whether you've seen the show or not. Because I haven't seen it and I'm having a great time. If you would like to contact us, you can email us at stephaniemomstuff@iheartmedia.com. You can find us on Twitter at momstuffpodcast or on Instagram and TikTok at Stuff Mom Never Told You. We're also on YouTube. We also have a book. You can pre-order it at stuffyoushouldreadbooks.com. Thanks as always to our super producer, Christina, our executive producer, Maya, and our contributor, Joey.
Thank you very much.
And thanks to you for listening. Stuff I Never Told You is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, you can check out the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your favorite show.